In 2013, the city treasurer didn't get her paperwork filled out. If you fill it out, you don't owe anything. She was mad, so she told me that she made a number up to get people's attention. I said, this equipment has been salvaged. It has been donated. These individuals have lost their employment. We're sitting down here in a legal limbo, waiting for the Governor Snyder to get these cash businesses out of my profession of hairstyling, so somebody who legally employs people can come in and do the work they want. I am an American citizen. These guys are coming in to get assets, and they don't have a list. They've already entered the property. And I don't see the city treasurer down here anywhere at this moment. That is the person who told me that if I do not pay the taxes on this, that she will put a lien in the paper saying that I owe that. She will ruin my credit, and that they are going to auction off the property. They're going to auction it, and then they're going to charge an $1,100 fee. And I said, you are bullying me, and you're not going to get away with it. So they backed off of all that, and now they're going to come and retrieve some equipment or some kind of assets that belonged to a business that was nonprofit. We're waiting for Governor Snyder to do something. Eric Leuthauser's not going to do anything. Bruce Caswell never did anything. Attorney Bill Schuette's not doing anything, and we're waiting. The new treasurer, her explanation was that she never had a conversation with me ever. And I said, I had a conversation with the treasurer about this. You know what we're all really lucky is that the city doesn't have an order to execute a lethal injection upon myself, because they're going to do what they want. You can see I'm getting far away from this stink as I can. Here comes the city police and the city treasurer, and I hope they have a list of items that they're after. I don't recognize their legal authority. I think you have a new treasurer came in and is fulfilling a mandate that was illegal to start with. There was never any equipment. They assigned a punitive amount. I guess we're going to have a little discussion about things. Doesn't seem like anybody would really like to give a heads up discussion about what they're doing on this property. I said I'm the landlord. This property was donated to 3 individuals to use so they could feed, clothe, and house their family during this legal limbo where other salons have collected unemployment and used it as rent. The hairstylist had. And you also have individuals who collected social net benefits, and they use that to pay their landlord. And from what I understand, our state representative is not going to roust these good people out of their businesses. 20 years ago, I was handcuffed and removed from this property. My own business. I was rousted out because I went to City Hall and I went to Chamber of Commerce. I said, we have the hometown advantage. We can make things nice. And by the way, your police are handing out tickets in a selective and biased and punitive manner. I thought that was rather insulting, because shortly after I became the focus of an investigation in which I was handcuffed and taken out of my property after I went to City Hall, after I went to Chamber of Commerce. So you got a city treasurer hiding over there. You got a city police person. And now you got some other poor fools in there that are having to hide out. Everybody knows about freedom of speech nowadays. And you record things when you're being bullied. I'm already here. I'm ready. We're open. Do you have a list of items that you're after? You don't have a list of items attached to any of this on today. That's what you just said. You don't have a list of items. There's 3 individuals had property in there. I'm the landlord and I have fixtures in there. I tried to explain to you that this property was donated, salvaged for 3 individuals who lost their employment who no longer get paychecks. So yeah, I know that you're not going to have more conversation with me. Could you actually announce who you are since you're city employees, you're on here? Would you actually take a moment and say who you are?
Are you going to let her in or no?
The door's already open. You already have city employees in there.
What's going on?
What I'm doing is recording an action by the city treasurer. I feel it's illegal.
Okay. That's your right.
Okay?
Officer Tracy, badge number 2112.
Thank you, sir, for being so kind.
Yes, sir. Not a problem.
I'm trying to get a paycheck and I'm having to work against cash salons. This lady's in here to get equipment that she says she has access to. And I said it was donated and salvaged equipment to these individuals who lost their jobs in 2011.
Okay.
2013, you had a city treasurer make up a number out of her head because she didn't get paperwork filled out.
Okay.
You have a city treasurer says she never spoke with me before, and now she's down here after she threatened to auction off the equipment and charge me with $1,100. After she said she's going to put this in the paper and ruin my credit, now they backed off of that, and they don't even have a list of equipment, do they? Now they've gone around to the other door when they have access to this door so she can hide what she's taken out, and I have not received a list of items that she needs to take off this property. It's all illegal.
Is this your business?
There was not a business here. This was a donated property to 3 individuals who lost their employment and waited in a legal limbo while Governor Snyder did nothing like he did in Flint. We lost everything because people are allowed to commit a fraud where they got social net benefits.
I guess what I'm asking, are you one of the principals of the property? Are you one of the 3?
Those 3 individuals have left.
Okay.
I am the landlord of that property. She demanded access, and I said, I don't know what property you're after. She won't hand me a list, and yet everybody's down here today. Is it normal for 2 police cars to show up to get property? Is this a normal situation where you're going to pull up with 2 police cars with an individual saying, I'm recording the bullying going on?
Well, normally an officer would come down as an officer just to stand by, a peace officer, just to make sure there's peace. But when we have somebody out here filming and someone else may think confrontational, then they want to hide security.
I'm not on my property.
I understand.
There's no reason to have that. I am thinking what you're doing is an illegal action, and I'm trying to understand why you won't remove one of them at this time.
One of the officers?
One of these cars should be gone. What you said was that if they have somebody feel threatened, I'm not even on the property. I'm filming.
Well, I'll be right back with you, okay?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I have children to pick up. Will we pass 3:30?
I'm not sure what they're doing. I just came as an officer standby. I'm not even sure that they're doing.
Yes, I'm sure of that now. You got an attorney in Michigan? They've done this for 20 years. I said they dragged me out of my business in handcuffs after I went to City Hall, after I went to Chamber of Commerce, and I said we could have a good, great hometown. We can make things great around here. And this is what I received. I refurbished this building. It was falling in on itself because the alcoholism of the previous landlords put it $7,000 behind on taxes. I've got nothing. And I got a bunch of individuals that are very uncomfortable at this moment. How long does it take to gather up the items and start moving them out? I don't think they got a business plan. I think they just wanted to bully a citizen. They're used to getting away with it, and they don't know what to do. I'm going to ask that this conversation that those folks are having, that they record it. Somebody should be recording what their conversation is, and I want access to it because he is a public official. They're having a discussion. It's not an investigation. Everything that they do on this property needs to be documented, and they need to be depositioned afterwards. This over a tax for zero, nothing. At this point, I'm just standing out here waiting. The one officer was kind enough to understand that what he did was probably an overstep. He has removed his car from the property. He seems very kind, and I feel sorry that we're using our police in this method today, going after citizens' assets. The way I fed, clothed, and housed my children is just the final punishment from the good old boys that run Hillsdale County. My gosh, thank you very much. Now one more police officer has pulled up. Oh, I believe that would be the head man. I'm not going on my own property. I pay the taxes. I built the building. I rebuilt the building. And they're inside of it. And they're going to go through. And they got no list of anything. It's taken that time away from my family and my future to stand down here so they can have a pissing contest. I'll give them every opportunity to have their say also. But she didn't. She walked away. And the other one walked away. And there's another young lady here in the front of this police car that I'd like to know who she is also. A real proud day for Hillsdale County, City of Hillsdale. I'm filming. That's what I'm doing. They're not going to come out the door that I could see them at, so I'm going to have to walk around the property to go get access because they're going to go out the harder door. They don't want to be right on film at this moment. So I'm going to take my movement as a citizen as I get it so far. I'm going to come around the other side so they can go out the hard door. I haven't seen a list of anything. I sure to hope to God that what they're taking out of there is something they have rights to. But I said it was donated, it was salvaged, and not like my future. This is about as stupid as Hillsdale County got, like I said. And I think everything that's being done here is illegal. When you come to think about it, if you look back into history, you'll find that there used to be a big section of property right there that went over the corner. But one of the city managers got in a pissing contest years ago and decided to cut the property up. So you have a sidewalk that goes across there, and it goes up that way a little bit. Not really a reason. Hillsdale County has terrible sidewalks, but they came in, chopped the property, and put sidewalks in just to make sure the city manager could say he was the man. Somebody used to earn a living with those. They actually probably got a paycheck somewhere in their life. I think most of this equipment came from a business that used to employ people in Michigan. I wouldn't tell my worst enemy to employ people in the state of Michigan. It's the same liabilities that my small business were open to, which is if you have people walk away and collect unemployment, they're going to get it and they're going to raise your rates. In my profession, it's a cash profession, so of course, more people are able to hide under the radar. And you know, if you're a regular person working in, like say as a policeman, you wouldn't understand that. What they're doing is illegal. I've recorded basically everything I need to know. It shows the city treasurer going into this property without a list. She's going to commandeer whatever she needs to do, just like the sheriff of Nottingham. And I'm going to go home and I'm going to take care of my kids. And I'm going to tell them put the key in the mailbox when they're done. God bless America.